So you mix those together and put those in around the toilet paper roll, then you can just slide the toilet paper roll out and that hole will stay there. And you just light that in the center, and that gives you almost an hour's worth of cooking time, cooking temperature.
You won't be able to cook a 5-course meal with one of these, but believe me, you can cook enough that it would sustain life for a period of time in case of an emergency.
I actually boiled 4 gallons of water on one of these, using charcoal briquettes and lighter fluid, you know, to get the briquettes to go. And then I put a piece of tin flashing around them. You know, I use one of those big canning pots because people ask me, can you can with this? So I wanted to boil, that would be the same as canning, is that 4 gallons of water, those black canners. I put a piece of flashing around it to kind of contain the heat and help it, because it was, you know, that's definitely pushing its limits. But it does put out as much heat as what these big rocket stoves put out. So people generally see this and they think, oh, that's for camping, that's for backpacking. But this will put out the same amount of heat as what this big rocket stove will, yet you can fold it up, put it in your back pocket, and take it with you if you have to leave. So you're good if you got to stay, you're good if you've got to go. But let me just show you a couple of other positions real quick. We're probably out of time. But you can put these up here at the top in a position there to handle a smaller pot or a smaller cup. And then you can also, there's the 3 positions on each side, and this really creates a platform for versatility, because you can put these through at any of these positions, whether you're trying to support, like my dad had the can in here, but you may also be supporting, you know, a gel alcohol canister, a sterno can, or you may want to actually put this on the bottom and then put these somewhere in between, like maybe you have a water bottle you want to set on there or something. But anyway, you can just use those different positions to accommodate a lot of different types of fuels and arrangements. You can also put this ash pan in upside down, right up against the fire grate, and that will seal off the holes. So now you can use Instafire or granular fuels. And in fact, when I did the wood pellets and the shavings, I set it up like this at first, so that the wood shavings and pellets wouldn't fall through when I was setting it up. And after it was all set up and I slid the toilet paper roll out, I just slid this out from under it and everything held its shape. And then put it back in its regular position.
What is it called again?
It's called the folding firebox.
This is going to get hot when you build a fire in there. He designed these so you can put those in there and pick it up and move it anywhere you want to move it without burning your fingers. Or turn it for the wind, to control the wind on it.
Yeah, it's really designed to work well with wind because it's got these high solid sides. So, and it actually has a wind damper here. People in the back can't see all this stuff, but this wind damper you can close, and then the solid sides. So if you have a breeze that's blowing, you just orient it so the wind has to go around it rather than, you know, rather than going straight through it.
I want to make one more comment, and then I'll be finished. They make an excellent present or a gift, a birthday gift for one of your children or things like that, or especially Christmas. I sold a bunch of these at Christmas time for people to give as emergency prepared gifts.
How much do they run? How much do they run?
They're normally $49.95, and they're generally mail order, so they're usually shipping on top of that. And I think what we have it at is $47.98. Yeah. One other thing I did want to show you about this was that it can be set up to accommodate smaller pots as well. This has 3 positions that you can set that in. So this makes it a little bit narrower, so you could use something like this Boy Scout pot. And then there's this 3rd position here that allows you to use a smaller cup like this. So that we've tried to work in as much versatility into this little insert as what we could.
And what did you call that?
Yeah, what's the insert?
This is, we haven't really named it yet because it's brand new, but it's in there as the Quick Stove number 10 can insert.
That doesn't come with it?
additional item?
What additional items?
That's different.
Yeah, this is different. This is the quick stove insert, and this is for burning, you know, mostly the paraffin-based fuels.
Okay.
And then the firebox can kind of burn pretty much anything.
Like the package,
Yeah, there.
for the package.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, I think we've pretty much covered anything, you know, and once again, we'll be around if you guys want to ask questions after.
That's fantastic, guys. Thank you very much. We really do try to bring the newest and greatest and some of the oldest and most widely used throughout the world things for us to use in our toolkit. We have lots of different things up here. Some people are asking about what can we use indoors. A butane stove can be used indoors, this particular one. Of course, the volcanoes we've talked about in the past. We talked about the alcohol stoves. Here's a good one. A lot of things you can do. Lots of tools that you can make yourself, or some great ideas that we've talked about over here. So please, if you wouldn't mind, give all the presenters a hand. They will bring that down. So now the question's been about the order forms. LambtonFarms.com, like we usually always do. They're on there. Orders go to your block captains, to your emergency preparedness directors. And so, you know, we don't talk money in the church, okay? It's not what we do here. We're education. If you're interested in those things, great. Really, we're talking about tools. How can you prepare yourself to cook outside? And please, try it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. One last passing hint. If you're going to use a fire of any type, how do you keep your pot from going black? You rub soap, palm olive or some type of liquid soap around the perimeter, not inside, around the perimeter of the pot. Everything that would get smoke on the outside, it washes off much easier. Okay? That's a clue. That's a hint. So when you go try these stoves, and I hope you do, put some soap on. It cleans up much easier. Now, if all the presenters, if you would come up at the end and stand behind your product, and so people can, Q&A you, come up and walk around, look around, touch and feel. We left about 20 or so minutes at the end to go ask your questions that are specific to each of the different products. There's a whole bunch of stuff up here. Come look, feel, pick up, and just enjoy the rest of the evening. We have about 20 or 30 minutes. Okay? And
just
question?
the order form isn't on there yet.
I know it's not on there.
Give me until about noon tomorrow to get it
So
on.
it's getting there. Okay? So please feel free to ask questions and
Have another knife?
Barb, there you are. Oh my
I'll put the
goodness.
hand out.
Goes in front. Debbie?